Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Jason's freedom rests on Drew's alibi. Jason's freedom rests in spoilers' hands. And Brad gives his aunt Selena dirt on Portia. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Kai takes Trina to a modern art museum for a special event. They put on smocks, and Kai explains there is a special exhibit that the community jointly paints on canvases as a special statement about art. Kai removes his brace, which worries Trina, but he explains he doesn't have to wear it every hour of every day. At the hospital, Brad asks Felicia when they will get their itineraries for the symposium. Felicia says she will email him a copy so he knows where he's supposed to be in Miami. Brad then talks to Lucas, who tells Brad he should be proud of himself for being picked to go to the conference. His hard work in the lab is paying off. Selena shows up and stares down Brad and Lucas. Brad sighs and Selena asks to have a word. Lucas rushes off, and while on the phone with someone, Felicia tells them they may want to come to the nurse's station. Brad asks what brings her to G8. She hands him an envelope containing his letter of resignation, as he's coming back to work with her. Jordan drops by to see Portia and lets her know Cyrus is finally gone, though she's having a hard time believing it herself. Portia gets a call from Felicia and learns Selena is here. Portia decides to find out what she is doing here. In the hall, Brad argues with his aunt that he's just about to go to Miami with Lucas. Selena doesn't care, as Cody couldn't pay his debt, so Brad has to. Brad doesn't have that money. Selena says that's why he'll work off what he owes. Portia arrives and tells Selena if she's not here for medical attention, then she needs to leave. Selena wants to speak with her nephew, but Portia says he's working. Selena tells Brad they'll be in touch. Once Selena departs, Brad thanks Portia but warns her that his aunt has a long memory. Portia insists she can handle Selena. Felicia then hands Brad a copy of his itinerary. Brad again thanks Portia for this opportunity. Portia assumes he took care of that matter they discussed earlier, and he tells her it's done. Portia walks off, and Felica tells Brad to have a good trip before she walks off. Brad then gets a text from Selena demanding he meet her at the surf lodge. At the station, Jason swears to Anna that he was never at Cyrus' cabin and he has an alibi. He says he was at Drew's place. Josh shows up and speaks with ADA Turner about Jason being brought in. Turner explains he's been brought in for the possible murder of Cyrus. Josh tries to convince her that Jason didn't do it. Anna, who is in the interrogation room with Jason, spots Turner and Joss in the squad room. Anna exits to deal with them. Joss wants to speak with Anna. But first, Anna needs to talk to Turner. Turner tells her the district attorney is removing her from this case due to her lack of objectivity, as everyone knows she and Jason and are friends. Turner says the DA is going to charge and convict Jason. Joss hears this and says, "You don't understand? Jason didn't do it." Turner tells Joss she knows her family is close to Jason, but this is a matter for the authorities. Turner goes in to see Jason, introduces herself as the ADA, and says the sooner he cooperates with her, the better, as he's not getting away with murder this time. Meanwhile, Joss insists to Anna that Jason didn't kill Cyrus, and Anna asks how she knows. Alexis arrives at Drew's new place, where Maxie is putting the finishing touches on Scout's new bedroom. Drew was hoping Alexis might have some suggestions. Alexis says she's just a grandma, not a decorator, and she's sure what Maxie has chosen is fine. Alexis admits there is another reason she came by. She tells him the police confirmed Sam was murdered by Cyrus Renault. They sit down, and he doesn't know how to tell Scout. Alexis thinks he shouldn't tell her, as she believes her mother died of natural causes. She can barely handle this news, so she doesn't think Scout will be able to. Drew agrees now is not the time to tell Scout. Before she leaves, Drew tells Alexis how sorry she is. Maxie later talks to Drew about the safe he wanted installed and leaves a manual and code for him. The doorbell rings, and Drew notes that should be Willow. When he answers the door, he finds Willow is not alone, and Nina is with her. Noticing some tension, Maxie asks Willow for a second opinion on a few things and drags her off. Drew informs Nina this place will not have a mother-in-law suite, and she retorts that she'll never be his mother-in-law. He says one day this will be Willow's house, and it's only a matter of time before they marry. He tells Nina to get on board or lose Willow again. Nina tells Drew that he's pushing Willow to make decisions she's not ready to make. She wonders if Jason and Sasha's situation is pressuring him, and now he wants to compete with his brother and have a kid with Willow. Drew points out he had Oscar and has Scout. Nina says his kids are the best part of him, and he says Willow is the best part of her. He thinks she's only saying what she's saying because she's jealous of Willow. Alexis arrives at GH to see Lucas. She was wondering how much he'd been told about Sam's death. He admits he knows it was Cyrus, and he's known for some time. Lucas tells her about working with Liz and Lucky, and Alexis wonders why she was not told before now. Lucas wanted to make sure he had the truth and all the facts before telling her. She understands, and the night of Sam's death is still such a blur for her. She asks if she blamed him that night for Sam dying, and is that why he didn't go to Sam's funeral. He says she wasn't the reason, and it was Danny who asked him to leave when he arrived at the church. However, they are good now. He wishes he could tell Sam how much he loves her and misses her. Portia returns to her office and Jordan and says that with Cyrus gone, it's like a huge weight has been lifted. She, her family, and the hospital are safe. Portia assumes Jordan is also relieved. Jordan can't get over his disappearance, which is a little too neat for her liking. She says Cyrus may be gone, but his case isn't closed. Brad meets his aunt at the surf lodge and begs her not to make him quit just as Lucas is starting to trust him again. He says if he leaves GH and goes back to working for her, then Lucas won't respect him. Selena says if he doesn't respect him, there is another man out there for him. She tells him one way or another, his debt will be paid. He offers another way to settle and gives her Heather's test results that Portia tampered with. Selena tells her nephew that his debt has been paid and that he should enjoy Miami. At Jack's office, Colette tells Jack that the PCPD just brought Jason in for question. He says, "Interesting." Carly shows up, and Colette excuses herself. Carly tells Jack she just wanted to come and thank her for fixing her plumbing. He says she already thanked him, so why is she really here? She brings up the call he got last night, and he's sorry he ran off so suddenly. She admits if he hadn't, she would have asked him to stay the night, which may have been a mistake. Jack notes if she asked him, he would have stayed. Carly says she was tempted to ask him, but Donna was there, and that made her uncomfortable. She tells Jack she doesn't know what this is between them, and she likes knowing what things are. She has enjoyed his company, but if this is a fling, it has to stop. Joss arrives outside Jack's office and is stopped by Colette, who says Jack is in a meeting. Joss needs to talk to him because an innocent man is going to go to prison for what she did. In his office, Jack tells Carly he doesn't know what this is either, but he's willing to wait until she's comfortable defining things. They're interrupted when Colette calls and says Joss is here and asks if she should send her in. Jack thanks her for the intel and then tells Carly that, unfortunately, the PCPD just brought Jason in. Once Carly takes off, Joss is let in to see Jack and says the DA thinks Jason killed Cyrus, but they know that's not the case. Jack admits he placed Jason's DNA in that cabin. He claims Joss left them no choice, and they had to give the PCPD another suspect. Joss can't let Jason go to prison for something she did. Jack says he won't go to prison as Cyrus' body will never be found, so there is no crime. Joss says they have Jason's DNA, but he assures her it will be thrown out. She asks if he can promise her that Jason won't go to prison, brings up his offer for her to join the WSB and asks her to do her part for the greater good as a new situation has surfaced and she could be of help. Back at the station, Jason refuses to speak to ADA Turner without his lawyer. Turner tells Anna to book and charge him. Anna says he has an alibi, so Turner says they'd better get this alibi down here. At Drew's place, Willow gushes about how gorgeous the place is. Maxie informs Drew that Scout's bed has to be picked up, so Drew and Willow decide to go pick it up. On the way out, Drew gets a call asking him to stop by the station. Once alone, Nina tells Maxie that Willow can't move in here, and Maxie has to help her. Nina wants to break into Drew's safe. Maxie wonders what she expects to find. Nina expects to find something corrupt, and he's definitely hiding something. After bickering back and forth, Maxie won't give her the combination, but suggests she look in the folder on the table. Maxie then rushes out, saying she wants some accountability. She wasn't involved in this. Nina gets the combination to his safe. Carly arrives at the station and is filled in by Anna about what's going on. Carly notes Jason would never make such a mistake as leaving DNA behind, and Anna knows, but it doesn't change the facts. Anna says Jason has an alibi, which is when Drew and Willow walk in. Carly glares at Drew. ADA Turner exits the interrogation room, and Jason is brought out in cuffs. Turner explains Jason is suspected in Cyrus' disappearance, and he's claiming he was with Drew at the time of the crime last night. Turner asks if this is true. Jason, Anna, and Carly wait for Drew's answer. On the next General Hospital, Chase tells Brooklyn he found a way to have a baby of their own. Stella tells Curtis she may have what he needs to take down Drew. Carly asks Anna to find Cyrus' killer so she can thank them. Joss tells Jack if she doesn't cooperate, he could send her to prison.